Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's practice is my own personal practice recorded. I call this style Practice with Me. I have a pose in mind for today that requires some side body stretching, twisting, and hip work. This class ended up being a full body stretch and strength after all. So when you're ready, you can begin seated on the center of your mat, connecting with breath. Let's take it to child's pose. Knees wide, arms outstretched, elbows melting into the ground, forehead down. Breathe deep across your back body, inhaling to expand and exhaling to soften deeper into child's pose. On your next inhale, roll up into a tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. On an exhale, round out to a cat stretch, pressing into your hands. Inhale through cow, arching the back to a belly stretch. Exhale through cat, a deep round through the back. And inhale through cow, a heart opener, chest stretch. One more each way, moving with breath. Coming through a long spine, extend the left leg and cross it over to the right side of your mat. Then gaze over your right shoulder gently. As you sway through the left side body, breathe into the left side body stretch. Inhale slowly back to a tabletop. Exhale to extend your right leg and plant your right foot to the left side of your mat, gazing over the left shoulder gently as you breathe deep into your right side body stretch. Inhale back to tabletop, long spine. Exhale slides the left hand palm up under the right arm. Left side of the head down, left shoulder down. Gently press through your right hand to help stack the shoulders and breathe deep into this twist. Inhale presses up to a tabletop and exhale switches sides. Right hand palm up slides under left arm, right shoulder down, right side of the head down. Breathe deep into your twist. On an inhale, press up to a tabletop position. Tucking the toes, sink the hips to the heels and lower the head down to the ground. Option to stack hands under the forehead for child's pose with a foot stretch. Breathing deep into your feet. Option to join me in rising to fingertips. engaging the arms, rolling the shoulders down the back for 2 more breaths. Inhale to tabletop with toes untucked. Point the fingertips to the outer edge of the mat. Sway side to side gently. Stay or point your fingers in towards your knees and round through your back for a deeper wrist stretch. You choose. Option to take it even deeper by sinking the hips towards the heels, lifting the palms slightly. Last breath or 2. Come through tabletop position. Walk your knees and feet to touch. Sit back on the heels. Interlace the fingers and create a figure 8 pattern with the wrists, moving a few times in each direction. Now plant the back of your palms onto your thighs. Roll your shoulders down your back and lift your heart. Breathe into the counter stretch on your wrists. Release the hands, shake out the hands and wrists. Then slide your feet out from under you, coming to Baddha Konasana. Slide the heels in towards your hips and guide your hands to your thighs, gently pressing your legs open, getting into the hips. From here, you can twist over to your right side gently, gazing over the right shoulder, opening the left hip. Come through center and switch sides, opening through the right hip. Let's do that a few more times, moving with breath, slowly making your way closer towards your feet. Come through center and either lower the forearms or reach the hands out in front of you. Maintaining a long spine, we'll continue to breathe deep into the hips. Inhale up one vertebrae at a time, crossing the legs in. Make your way to tabletop, then downward facing dog. Take any organic movements that feel good for you, releasing the hips, the legs, and the back body. On an inhale, come through a shorter stance, downward facing dog, walking the feet halfway up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold over legs. Option to join me in bending one knee deeply at a time. Inhale, stacks shoulders over wrists, gaze between your hands, and walk your feet through, stepping them between the hands hip distance. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold again. Last time, inhale, half lift, and exhale, bow down, reaching hands for elbows in ragdoll. Gently bend one knee at a time or create a sway from side to side. Inhale through a half lift and exhale to lower down. Heels can be lifted here as you reach your arms to the earth, breathing into the back of the ankles. If accessible, you can hug the legs with your arms. Planting your hands, pressing the legs straight as you inhale through half lift. Exhale the left hand to the right foot and twist the right arm open to the sky. Keep a deep bend in the left knee as you gently pop the right hip out and feel a stretch. Exhale to switch sides. Right hand reaches for left foot, left arm twists open to the sky. Take a deep bend in the right knee and feel a nice stretch through the left hip. On an exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, press to half lift. Exhale, lunges left foot back, runner's lunge. Through dynamic movement, shifting the hips back and forth a few times, moving with breath. From your lunge, step back to a plank and hold plank strong. Exhale to lower your knees, arch your back, and drop the chest and chin down to Ashtanga Namaskara. Hold for a breath or two. Slide your legs straight back and lower your hips. Press up to one cobra pose. Inhale. On your exhale, lower down slowly. Press back to knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog pose, and pause for a few long deep breaths. Let's take another big breath in and exhale to lunge the right foot between your hands. Lower the back knee to Anjaneyasana. Inhale, rise up with right hand to thigh, left arm by left ear. Exhale, hinges to the right for my favorite variation of a left side body stretch. Exhale, plants the hands forward, tuck the back toes, and step through to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, steps right foot back to runner's lunge through dynamic movement. 3 or 4 times, moving with breath. From a lunge, stepping back to plank, holding plank strong, drawing the belly button back. Exhale lowers the knees, chest, and chin down. Option to tuck the chin and lower the forehead instead, as long as you can breathe through the nose. On an inhale, slide through a cobra pose. Go as far as you can comfortably, opening your heart. Exhale to lower down. Press back to knees through downward facing dog. Let's pause here for several breaths, lengthening the entire back body. One last inhale here. Exhale, lunges the left foot through and lower the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, rise up with left hand to thigh, right arm by right ear, as you hinge over to the left for a nice right side body and hip flexor stretch. Exhale through center, planting the hands, stepping back foot through to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow over legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach up and take a gentle back bend, opening the chest to the sky. Exhale through standing. Inhale, reach up. Right hand grips left wrist. Left foot steps behind right, hinging to the right as you breathe into the left side. Inhale through center. Switch the grip. Step right foot behind left and hinge to your left. Right side body stretch. And breathe. Inhale back through center. Hands by your sides, heel toe the feet to touch. Inhale, reach up and take a gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge forward all the way down. Plant the hands, hang the head. Inhale through a half lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And hold for a few breaths. On your next inhale, rise to the tiptoes, bend through the knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, take a back bend. Exhale through standing. Again, inhale, back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, float or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. On an inhale, rise to tiptoes, bend through knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top. Through a half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach up to a gentle back bend. Exhale through standing. Chair pose. Bend your knees, inhaling arms high. Let's hold this chair pose for a few long, deep breaths. One more big breath in. Exhale to swan dive over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, float or step back to chaturanga dandasana. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot through to warrior one. Hold warrior one for a breath. On an exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot through to warrior one. Rise. Hold for a breath. On an exhale, plant the hands, step back through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe, slowing the heart rate with long, deep breath. On your next inhale, rise to tiptoes, bend through knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top of your mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sweep the arms high. Hold this chair pose with hands at heart center. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Then twist, exhaling left elbow outside of the right thigh. Do your best to stack your elbows with hands at heart center. Option to gaze up. On an exhale, come through center and fold over straight legs. Take a moment here to release the pose. And when you're ready, inhale back up to a chair pose, bending through knees, sweeping arms high. Exhaling hands to heart. Inhale lengthens the spine. Exhale twists right elbow outside of left thigh. Hands at heart center. Breathe deep into this twist. One more big breath in. And exhale through center and fold over straight legs. Inhale through half lift. Step your left foot back. Send your right leg high to three-legged dog and flow through chaturanga with your right toes high. Inhale up dog and exhale down dog, right toes high again. Exhale the right foot through between the hands, warrior two. Inhale, come up. And think about the hip opening aspect of this pose today. Really squaring everything to the side, only the gaze is forward. Track your front knee in line with the pinky toe edge of the front foot. Keep the legs as they are and take it back to peaceful warrior. Left hand to back thigh, right arm by right ear. Nice right side body stretch. Inhale presses the front leg straight. Then exhale through triangle pose. Heel toe the back foot in and take your right hand down to your leg or the ground. Circle your top arm forward, down, back, and around, and then by your ear, lengthening through the side body. I liken it to strumming an air guitar. On your next exhale, frame the front foot with your hands and step the back foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, steps right foot back, sending left leg high to three-legged dog, and flow through chaturanga with left toes high. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, left toes high again. And exhale, left foot through between the hands, setting up for warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Again, we're focusing on the hip opening aspect of this posture, so make sure the front knee is tracking a line with the pinky toe edge of the front foot. Peaceful warrior on an inhale, keep a bend in the front knee. On your next inhale, press the front leg straight, peaceful triangle. Exhale, triangle. Heel toe the back foot in. Left hand down to the leg or the ground. Strumming your air guitar, shoulder rotation, sending your top arm forward, down, back, and around with right arm by right ear, lengthening the right side body. Press firm into both feet. One last big breath in. Exhale, takes your hands to the earth, frame the front foot. This time we step back to a plank and lower to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale through downward facing dog. Inhale floats right toes high. Bend through the knee and open the hip to the side. Exhale steps the right foot between the hands through side extended. Pivot the back heel down. Right hand to the inside of the right foot or forearm to thigh. From here, circle the top arm forward, down, back, and around, left forearm by left ear, pressing firm into your back foot. Inhale presses up to peaceful triangle just for a breath. Exhale through hands to the earth, stepping the back foot up and in for pyramid pose. Lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, bow over the right thigh. Hands can stay under the shoulders or walk the hands back if that feels accessible. Breathe deep. On your next inhale, press hands under shoulders, half lift. Exhale through revolve triangle, with the left hand either planted inside or outside of the front foot. Reach the right hand high and gaze up. Focus on lengthening your spine. Exhale to release your hands down. Send your right leg high to a three-legged dog. Exhale through chaturanga with right toes high or chin stand with both toes high. Lower down, inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same sequence, other side. Inhale floats the left toes high to the sky. Bend through the knee and open the hip wide. Exhale, squares the hips with the earth, stepping left foot through between the hands, setting up inside extended. Left hand either to the inside of the left foot or forearm to thigh. Lengthen your top arm high. Then circle the top arm. Hand reaches forward, down, back and around, strumming your air guitar and lengthening the arm overhead. Think about one long line of energy from the top hand reaching forward and the back foot pressing firm into the earth. On your next inhale, gracefully press up to peaceful triangle just for a breath. Exhale, hands to the earth, stepping the back foot up and in, pyramid pose. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, bow over the left thigh. You have the option to reach the hands back if that's in your practice. On your next inhale, press to a half lift lengthen. Then plant your right hand inside or outside of your front foot, reaching the left hand high, gazing up towards your top thumb. Draw your left hip back to deepen the stretch through the left hip. Exhale takes the top hand down, stepping back to a three-legged dog with your left leg high to the sky. Exhale flows through chaturanga with left toes high or chin stand with both toes high to the sky. Lowering down when you're ready, inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming through widespread foot pose. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Then walk your hands between your feet, feet parallel. Hands under shoulders, half lift inhale. Exhale reaches for calves, ankles, or heels, drawing the crown of the head to the ground. Shoulders up away from ears, and let's spend a few breaths here. With hands under shoulders, inhale, press to a half lift. Coming through Skandasana on the left side. Point the left toes out, sink the hips towards the heel. Option for hands to heart center or open the arms wide to the side. You might even take a bind if you choose. Right toes pointing up towards the sky. Coming through a side body stretch. Right hand reaches for left ankle. Left arm reaches up and overhead for right foot. Gazing upward and drawing the top elbow back to deepen the stretch through the top shoulder. Rise up slowly and pivot to face the back of your mat, coming through standing splits. Starting with half standing splits, hands under shoulders. Option to take it deeper by reaching left hand to left ankle, right hand out to the side for balance. Cow face pose. Top foot crosses over to the left edge of the mat. Left foot crosses to the right. Sit between the heels. The left knee is stacked directly over the right. Inhale, arms high. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, crosses right arm over left for eagle arms. Elbows in line with shoulders. Hands gently pulling away. Breathe deep across your shoulder blades. On an exhale, bow forward. Option to release the arms or keep them in eagle arms with me. Continue to breathe deep into the hips. On your next inhale, rise up slowly. Release the bind with the arms if you have it, reaching them high to the sky. Exhale the right hand down, hinging over to the right, breathing through the left side body. Inhale up, coming through to a twist. Left knee high, right arm high, and exhale right elbow outside the left leg, gazing back behind you. On your next exhale, come through to a counter stretch, twisting the other way. Then plant your hands and step your right foot back to widespread foot pose. Walk the hands to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale sends the hands through between the feet. Elbows point back and crown towards the ground. Inhale through half lift, hands under shoulders. Exhale, Skandasana, right side. Point the right toes out, sink the hips towards the heel. Guide hands through heart center or open the arms wide. Option for a bind if you choose. Left toes point upward. Top hand reaches for the front ankle, and the right arm reaches up and overhead for the left toes. See if you can touch. Gazing up past the top shoulder, breathing into the space that needs it the most. Inhale to rise up. Pivot to the top of your mat through a half standing splits or a full standing splits with right hand holding right ankle, left hand out to the side, and left toes high. Breathe long, deep breaths. Coming through your cow face stretch. Top toes cross over to the right side of the mat. Front toes over to the left. Lower the knees, So right knee is stacked over left. Inhale, reaches arms high. Exhale, crosses left arm over right for eagle arms. Elbows in line with shoulders, hands gently pulling away. Gazing up towards your fingertips, breathe into your back body. Take a big breath in and exhale to fold over your legs. Option to keep the arms bound or not. Either way, breathe deep into the hips. Inhale to rise up slowly. Release the bind and send the arms high. Exhale, left hand down as you hinge over to the left for a right side body stretch. Inhale to rise up through center and come through a twist. Right knee high, left arm high. Exhale, left elbow outside of right thigh. Gazing back behind you with a tall spine. Let's take another big inhale and exhale to counter twist the other way. Come through center and make your way to a plank. From plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog and exhale downward facing dog. On an inhale, float your right toes high. Bend through your knee and open the hips wide to the side. Exhale through lizard pose by stepping the right foot outside of the right hand and lowering your back knee to the ground. Hands under shoulders, open your chest forward, and option to roll to the outside edge of your right foot, letting the knee fall open wider. You can also come down to forearms if that feels okay, and we'll spend several breaths breathing into the hips. From here, we'll come into a fun transition of side plank with eagle legs. So press up to your hands, pivot to the outer edge of your back foot, and then cross your top leg around bottom and extend the top arm up and overhead, creating a sway through the side body. Exhale takes you through a plank pose and lowers to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, floats the left toes high, bend through the knee, open the hip wide. Exhale the left foot outside of the left hand, lowering to lizard pose. Hands under shoulders. Option to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, letting the knee fall open a little wider. You can come down to forearms at any time, but just a reminder that we're here for a bit, So ease into the pose and connect with breath. It's time to transition to our side plank. So when you're ready, press up to your hands, tuck your back toes, and roll to the outer edge of the back foot. Top leg wraps around bottom, and top arm extends up and overhead. On an exhale, come through a plank pose and lower to chaturanga. Inhale through an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming through to the top of your mat. Inhaling to toes, bend through knees, walk, lunge, or hop, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees through chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Coming through figure 4, sweep your arms back and cross right ankle over left knee. Bow your chest towards your shin. You can stay here or join me in a twisted variation with your right elbow outside of your right foot, hands at heart. Another option is to stay here or continue the journey with an arm balance of grasshopper, planting your hands out to the side. Right foot stays on right upper arm. Shift the weight forward and extend your bottom leg to the side. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly make your way back to the center, plant both feet, and fold over the legs. Take a moment here. Other side. Bend your knees through chair pose. Inhale. Sweep the arms back, cross left ankle over right thigh. Stay or come through the twist. Left elbow outside of left foot, hands to heart. Again, stay or come through your arm balance, planting your hands, keeping the left foot on the left upper arm as you shift the weight forward, the right toes lift, and the right leg extends to the side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back, planting both feet, but this time I'm going to sit down. Give yourself a little hug here, a seated child's pose. I felt the need to finish practice with some back bends. So begin in reverse tabletop with feet hip distance, inhaling hips to the sky. Exhale to lower your hips and lay down on your back for bridge pose. Walk the feet in nice and close towards your seat. On your inhale, press into your feet and send your hips high. Option to roll the shoulder blades in towards each other and interlace the fingers, or hold your waist with your hands for a supported variation. A few more breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly lower down. Pause for a breath or two. Then you can come up to a second bridge pose or upward bow, otherwise known as the wheel, with hands beside your head. Inhaling to press up either way, and let's spend a few more breaths in back bends. Slowly release yourself to the earth, and when you're ready, take a nice long morning stretch. Point the toes, inhale the arms overhead. Hug your knees into your chest with hands to shins. Rock side to side. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, lower down. Hands under thighs, rock up to seated with straight legs for Paschimottanasana. Inhaling, arms high. Exhale, bow forward, reaching towards your feet with a long spine. We'll spend several breaths here, breathing into the back body. Inhale to rise up slowly and make your way onto your back with knees into your chest for the final twist of practice. Arms wide by your sides, let your knees fall to the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale your knees high. Exhale them to the left, gazing to the right. Inhale back through center. Extend the legs down the mat. One more long morning stretch to release the spine. And exhale through final rest. Feet wide, arms by your sides, or one hand to heart, one hand to belly. If you're choosing to leave the practice now, I thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're staying for the duration of Shavasana, I'll wake you in a few minutes. You can begin to deepen the breath, awaken the body with fingers and toes, and gently rock the head from side to side, reaching the arms overhead, guiding the knees into the chest. Take your time to make your way into a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Thank you for joining me in today's practice with me. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Namaste.